Hello, welcome back to Jeremy's INTP channel. One of the most annoying things in the entire universe for an INTP is whenever people explain things in an inefficient way. I see this all the time. It happens in my personal life, it happens in public, it happens at work a lot. It happens everywhere. It happens on YouTube, it happens on television, it happens on the radio. And it's whenever someone tries to explain something, it doesn't even matter the subject that they're trying to explain. Whenever someone tries to explain something, they do it in the worst possible way every time, it seems. There's a way to communicate information that's efficient and allows you to still express yourself and add the nuances of artistic merit and individualism. And people just don't seem to understand how to do that. A good example of what I'm talking about, and perhaps this is sensing versus intuition, I'm not sure, but a good example of what I'm talking about is, let's say someone wants you to explain what football is. And to asterisk this explanation, I'm talking about the American football, not soccer, as we Americans call it. Although I like both. That's not true. I actually don't like it either, but I felt like I needed to say that I liked both as to not appear biased towards the rest of the world. It's all crumbling down around me now, isn't it, folks? But anyway, so I'm talking about American football. So, Jeremy, can you please explain what football is? Sure. I'm getting ready to explain it how lots of people would explain it. So someone just asked me that question. Field goals. So there's a metal piece at the end of each astroturf, and the field goal has two prongs that stick up, and you have to use field goals efficiently. And sometimes you can do a conversion, a 3-point conversion, instead of going for a field goal attempt. And the field goal sits inside the end zone. And if the player on the opposite team catches the ball in the end zone whenever they're trying to defend, then they can take possession of the ball automatically at 15 yards. Okay, that's how people would explain if I were to say, what is football? And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? What is a field goal? What's a ball? What's an end zone? Why are you telling me this? I don't care. Okay, here's the proper way to explain. Jeremy, what is football? Oh, okay, well, first off, humans like to participate in sports. Sports is whenever you have a competition of different teams that compete against each other to see who wins. In football, there are teams. There's two teams that are playing an activity against each other to try to get as many points as possible. And whoever gets the points at the end of the game, whoever has the most points wins. The way that they execute this football sport is on a field of grass or astroturf or whatever. And they're essentially trying to get the ball. Each team takes turns with the ball, and they try to get it to each end of the field. And whenever you get it to the opposite side of the field, then you get points. And then it's the other team's turn to go the other way down the field with the ball. And whenever they get to the other end, they get points. Each team tries to stop each other from getting to the other side of the field. There's various mechanisms in which you can get points. Sometimes you can just carry the ball into the other side of the field. Sometimes you can kick it through a big metal thing at the other end of the field. That's called and that would be a field goal. You get a certain amount of points whenever you get to the other end of the field. And you can also only pass the ball the direction in which you're trying to go to the other end of the field. And so there's various restrictions in place, and such as only being able to throw the ball a certain direction, and only a certain person on the team, on each team, can throw the ball. And there's different mechanisms in which you must participate whenever you're trying to get the ball towards the other end of the field. So whenever it's your turn to get to one end of the field, the other team is trying to stop you, and you have attempts to get to the other side of the field. And if you run out of your attempts, which are called downs, then you have to just give the ball to the other team, and then it's their turn. And then at the end of the game, which is a certain time limit, then whoever has the most points wins. That's football. But instead, people are like, I'm going to explain football. Okay, linebackers are really large. And I'm like, stop! What linebacker? What are you talking about? Okay, so what I just described to you is absolutely drives INTPs and me insane. And it's almost to the point where if someone starts explaining something like that, I can't even listen. I check out. That's how much it bothers me. It's almost a learning disability, I would describe it. If somebody tries to explain something to me in that manner, I shut down. I can't do it. I have to understand what is the top level. What is the overarching purpose here? And so maybe that's intuitive versus sensing. I'm not sure. If you have an inkling as to what this might be, let me know in the comments. If you haven't hit like on this video or subscribe to my channel, do so, and that would help me out tremendously. I'm going to give an awkward pause here for you to do it on your television, or laptop, or mobile device, or tablet, or phablet, or phone, or Surface, or Chromebook, or netbook, or notebook, mobile workstation, mainframe, server. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.